hunting you down.
His name? Silas Greaves. And when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened. It was early evening, not high noon. Daltons blew up a safe, and we're all set to hightail it out of there. I was late to the party, and Coffeyville was already up in arms. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Anführer, Liebhaber und Verlierer. So, die Dalton-Brüder. Cool.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless.
There he is.
And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeyville.
Ach so, das ist was, das ist wieder
And those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. To top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons pull up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons, which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever.
Okay.
Since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Shit happens. Yeah, it's a criminal. Ja, natürlich geht er nochmal nicht klar.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Wie soll ich jetzt hier hochkommen?
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends.
He was determined to protect his brothers, and I understood how he felt.
Also, da war ich gerade überfordert, weil wie fair hält er bitte aus? Das kann ja nicht wahr sein. Das kann nicht wahr sein.
You ain't getting by me, Greaves.
Muni hab ich ja gar nicht.
I'm gonna plant you where you stand.
Das kann ja nicht wahr sein. Jetzt will ich Schuss in den Kopf und der chillt sein Leben. Okay, 30 Schuss.
Treat you like a red-headed stepchild.
Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Ja, oder
Well, Dwight,
120.
who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
Normal.
But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Okay, cool. Wieder 90.000 Punkte, ey. Mann, Mann, Mann. Jetzt mache ich aber einen Cut. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal, Freunde. So, ich nehme nochmal die Cutscene auf für das nächste Mal. Denn wenn ich jetzt auf Weiter drücke, dann kommt die Cutscene. Die seht ihr jetzt. Oder auch nicht. What the fuck. Eigentlich kommt jetzt immer eine Cutscene. Okay, Rache an Bob Bryant. Ich bin immer noch Kopfgeldjäger.
We'll get those suckers!
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this!
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
Okay, aber jetzt machen wir, also jetzt ist quasi wieder zu Ende. Aber für euch wird es jetzt sofort weitergehen. Bis dann.